Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Tayyab. So please my channel, subscribe, like, and today is my topic: study of macro combined heat and power. So today is my topic: study of macro combined heat and power. Upsteric macro combined heat and power (CHMP) have been identified as a key element of the energy strategy. Offers environmental, economic and social benefits, fulfills the joint objective of security of supply. However, in our other, to they achieve the full potential for this technology, a number of regulatory and saturated change and required these presentations summarize and the potential current status of macro CHP and how to implementing it into India. Introduction. Macro CHP combined heat and power is the similarities productions of heat and power in a single building based on some small energy conversion unit. Second point, it generates electricity and heat at the same time, so some of which you will use in your oven home, the remainder it export to the grid to be used by others. The heat products is used for space and water heating. Third point, macro CHP are cost effective and flexible low carbon solution that generates heat and electricity on site. So, fourth point, systems of heat engines attached to a power generator that produce electricity. That these system can be fueled by a natural gas, biogas, and liquid biofuels. Macro Fifth point has macro CHP system are able to recover the wasted heat from the gases and the refrigerations currents. So this heat then be used for several purposes such as space heating and others. The main output of the macro CHP system is heat with some electricity generations at a typical rate ratio of about 6 by 1 for domestic applications. The macro term is typical, has less than 15 kilowatts electric advantage, cost saving, uh, e-learnings, save on electricity and fuels costs due to higher investment costs of macro CHP are higher than those of a conventional setup. For example, a boiler for heat and grid connections or for electricity. Operating cost can be lower depending minimal on electricity, tariffs and guides charges. Local generations of electricity is in some constraints cheaper than buying it off the grid. Environmental impact usually lower to those of conventional and condensing heating. Environmental impact are reduced in population to the effect gains and the reductions of fuel use. Macro CHP system can lead to CGHG radiations by the avoiding generations of electricity in conventional power plants. The result depends on the energy mix, the share of different types of power plants, for example, nuclear, coal, gas, renewable of the country or where the system is installed. Efficiency typically 70 by 80% of the energy value of the fuel is converted to heat for central heating and hot water purposing, and 10% and 25% is additionally converted to electricity, and the remainder 10 by 50% is waste loss with the fuel gases compared to the separate of heat by a conventional or condensing boiler and electricity from the grid. Macro CHP system or macro effects application. Original reckoning circle MCHP steering engines MCHP fuel cell MCHP internal combustions ICE MCHP macro turbines fuel cell MCHP. It is a solution that has high electrical and therefore its output is much less determined by heat depend. As a result, this solution can provide a high level of power generation, flexibility, and create opportunity for dependent responses and combinations with other distribute generators. For example, heat pumps to grid. In general terms, fuel cell combine a hydrogen-based fuel input and gases stream containing oxygen, the product of the reaction, where for each type of fuel cell where typically and electrical power, heat and water in some instances. Other product gases such as carbon dioxide are formed, and PEMFC and SOFCs have the advantage to utilize natural gas directly into electricity and continuous heat output, so use has a macro CHP electrical 30 by 35%, low emissions, low temperature of and fast startup, mostly for continuing training apps and others development. This low-carbon technology is suitable for organizations with small buildings and that need to use electricity and heat for long periods. So thank you so much.